Over the next few modules, we will look further into what happens when we invest in different portfolios of investments. We will develop two models that can help us make better investing decisions. The first of those starts with something called the efficient frontier. We begin with something called the set of feasible portfolios. Since every investment or portfolio of investments has a certain level of risk and a certain level of expected return, they can be plotted on a set of risk-return axes, such as these. Once again, we have risk as measured by standard deviation on the x-axis and expected return on the y-axis. If we plot all possible or feasible investments, we find that the left-hand edge of the set of portfolios is shaped like a parabola. There are no doubt investments that appear further to the right of the investments shown here with more and more risk, but we're interested in those in the yellow shaded region shown here. In particular, we are interested in the portfolios on the left-hand edge of this region, shown here. We call these minimum variance portfolios, although we could also call them minimum standard deviation portfolios. They are portfolios that have the lowest possible risk for any given level of return. For example, portfolio A has the level of return indicated by the dashed line, and it is the portfolio with the lowest possible risk for that level of return. If you were a risk-averse investor, logic tells us that you would only ever invest in minimum variance portfolios, because any other investment has the same return as a minimum variance portfolio but more risk. As we shall see, portfolio G is important. It is called the global minimum variance portfolio. It is the portfolio out of all feasible portfolios that has the minimum level of risk. Now consider portfolios A and B. They are both minimum variance portfolios. Which one would you choose? Hopefully you would choose portfolio B. It not only has the minimum possible risk for a given level of return, but it also has the maximum return for a given level of risk. Such a portfolio is called an efficient portfolio. No rational, risk-averse investor would invest in anything other than an efficient portfolio. We can therefore conclude that the only efficient investments are the minimum variance portfolios from the global minimum variance portfolio upward. We call the line joining these portfolios the efficient frontier.